UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has expressed what he's called his outrage and utter heartbreak at the incident in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He offered his deepest condolences to the families of those people killed and said that peacekeepers made enormous sacrifices in the service of global peace. The UN Secretary-General also confirmed the magnitude of the attack, saying that it was the worst in the organisation's recent history.
Today is a very tragic day for the UN family. I condemn this attack unequivocally, and these deliberate attacks against UN peacekeepers are unacceptable and constitute a war crime. I call on the DRC authorities to investigate this incident and swiftly bring the perpetrators to justice. There must be no impunity for such assaults here or anywhere else.
Well, the attack took place in North Kivu in the east of the country, where rebel fighters approached a UN operating base. And the UN says the fighting lasted for about 3 hours after the base came under attack. The Allied Democratic Forces, or the ADF rebel group, are suspected but not confirmed as being behind the attack. In New York, the UN peacekeeping chief, Jean-Pierre spoke to reporters and announced his decision to travel to the DRC to show his support and speak to the Congolese government about ways to reduce these sorts of attacks. He said the ADF had recently stepped up its actions in the region, but they were just one group operating against what he described as a backdrop of an increase in armed groups. The UN peacekeeping mission in the DRC, its largest worldwide and most expensive, has stepped up its response to armed groups. However, as reported earlier this week by the Norwegian Refugee Council, the DRC is experiencing the worst displacement of any country worldwide, worse than Syria or Yemen. This year alone, over 1.7 million people have been forced to leave their homes due to the ongoing violence. That's the equivalent of more than 5,500 people a day. Nick Harper, CGTN, New York.